Reverend. He said he's warming up for tonight. Sex was created by God, given as a gift of God to married people, and it is meant to be enjoyed. Stop pretending and looking at me as if I'm the only one that understands sex. You know, some of you had sex before you came this evening. That's both. Let's shatter the table. And you're not, it's not something you should be shy about, as long as it is done within the context of marriage as Christians. Is it okay for me to use sex toy? Thank you. Are you answering? Is it okay for me to masturbate in order to satisfy myself when my husband or my wife is not around? Traveled for long. Le koba mi mama answer. Okay. There's what you call order. O-R-D-E-R. Order. It's one of the greatest principles that govern the earth. That is why the sun does not shine at 2 a.m. Order. Nature teaches decency. God did not create the penis for the mouth. I know I have gone into something else. In 1 Corinthians, Paul will be talking and then he will say, this is by the Spirit of God. He will say, this is me. This is me as a person. Whatever a couple does, whatever a couple, and that's a correct grammar, a couple is singular. Whatever a couple does in their bedroom is their business. I don't interfere. If they think it's oral sex, they want to, it's their business. But I'm speaking as a marriage counselor. And I'm talking about, I'm a law student. And sometimes in class, the lecturer will say, you're talking about morals. We're talking about law. There's a difference. So, I'm speaking as a Yoruba girl. I'm speaking as a marriage counselor. I'm speaking from decency. And I'm speaking from my faith, my personal faith. Sex toy. So, oral sex, sex toy, masturbation. These are perversions instituted by the devil to discredit sex in marriage. And the fact that something is popular does not make it right. The fact that a bishop is doing it, he's not God now, does not make it right. I understand you that you are used to sex and your husband has traveled for a long time. Is it possible for you to find a way to travel with him once in a while? Because maybe you're still young and you need sex. Is it possible for your husband to please find a way to show up, even if he has to quickly travel back? Because problem is brewing. If you're not careful, you're going to go into adultery. If you're not careful, your husband is going to go into adultery. You need to find a way to work it out. Oral sex or masturbation is not the solution. If you're not careful, the devil will take over your mind and possess it, twist it. In fact, you will start believing that it is right. Remember, I told you this is my opinion. And I believe I have the Spirit of God. So can you find a way so that you and your husband Except that maybe he's abroad and then he doesn't have a paper and all that. That's another kettle of fish entirely. How are we sure that he's not even married there? You need to know what is going on there for people to have paper. Let me not even go into that. So if you still want that marriage, I don't want you to start what you cannot finish. Because if you're a child of God, you'll be feeling guilty. The devil will be accusing you. The Spirit of God will be convicting you. Somehow. Because you have the Spirit of God on your inside. It's not the solution. Can you quickly find a way to reconnect with your husband so that this temptation will be taken care of? Meanwhile, you might want to start a new hobby, like swimming, like learning the piano, like just to distract you, like volunteering for something. You go, by the time you come back, you are so tired, you don't even know anything about sex toy, and when God sees that you are trying to please him, he will work something out for you. I don't know if